is Terry, and welcome to the third annual Crafty Christmas in July 2023 collaboration. And it's put on by me, Terry, at Sweet Pea Papers and Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group, and also Lisa Fisher of Lisa's Paper Lace and Bling, or just Paper Lace and Bling on Etsy. And we also have 15 more collaborators, and they're each going to make 8 Christmas videos this month. So that is a total of a lot. A lot of Christmas videos for you to look at. And of course, you can do these projects in any theme or holiday or whatever you would like, but we're just doing Christmas. Okay, and the links are going to be below for everybody. So I encourage you to check out their Instagram and YouTube and Facebook links and all that stuff down below. Now, I'm also having a drawing or a giveaway at the end of this month, and there's several ways that you can enter this. Now, you can be a subscriber in the US only. I'm sorry about everybody else. And comment below and use the hashtag Crafty Christmas in July 2023 in your comment, and that will get you an entry. 1 comment per video, please. Then you can also make your posts in the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group, and you get 1 entry per post. Now, each post could be 1 picture, it could be 5 pictures, but each post or a video, each post gets you 1 entry. So if you think about that, then you'll realize that if you have 5 pictures, you should make 5 posts and get 5 entries, and not just 1 post with 5 pictures, because then you only get 1 entry. Okay, you got that? And you can also go over to Lisa's Paper Lace and Bling Facebook group and her YouTube channel, and go over there, and she's running something over there. I'm filming this in May, so I'm not really sure what she's going to have, but she's going to have some good stuff too. All right, so don't forget, all those links are below the video, and you can access them if you want to know what the prizes are and all of the expanded information about the contest, or the giveaway or drawing, and everything that we're doing in the month of July. Then go back to the 1st of July when I have my introduction video, or you can go to video 1 of the Night Before Christmas project, which is my first project for this collaboration, or the first video in this series for Frozen Christmas. Okay? All right. So now we're on to video 5 in our Frozen Christmas series. Let me move something out of the way, all my little notes, on make sure I mention everything. And we're going to be doing page 7. So I went ahead and glued page 6 in. And so it has a magnet, and it opens like this. And I added some ephemera with still have the writing area. And it opens like this, and we put the pocket on. I put on the lace and the ephemera and made the card. And then down here, oops, I didn't make the card. Then down here we have a little writing area, but we have a pocket for a card, and I added the lace and the little piece of ephemera. And then, of course, this says, "Please bring me a pony," from Johnny. Johnny just happens to be my little brother's name. So those fold like that, and they're held shut by the magnet. So now we're going to do page 7. Hopefully we can get in page 7 and 8, but I'm not sure if we're going to be able to. We may have a total of 14 videos in this series. I'm going to shoot for 10, but I don't think we're going to make it. Okay, so let me set this to the side. And here's what we need for page 7. And it's one of the 2 center pages in the center of the signature. So we've got our paper, which is this, and it says A Christmas Carol at the bottom. Then we've got two identical pieces of paper. My darn phone does that every single time. Usually I put it in the living room so it isn't as loud. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to make 2 cards, and then we're going to make ties to tie each one shut. We're going to glue them on the page as pockets. We're going to put 2 cards in with tabs and charms. Okay, so I didn't get any charms out. I just realized I didn't get any charms out. So we can put tabs in and make the holes, and then I'll put the charms in with bulb pins during the break, and then when we come back I'll show you. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut 2 cards, and they're going to be 4.5 inches wide and 6 inches long, because when you fold them in half they're going to be 3 inches. Okay, just like a pocket, the size of a pocket. So let's cut this one to 4.5 inches wide and 6 inches long. Just wide enough that you can't make 2 on a 1 page. I tried to make it 4 1/4 and it just didn't look right. And of course 6 inches is in that funny spot on your, I can never remember where 6 is. I think it's right there even. You know what we can do? Yeah, it's right where I thought it was, but I just wanted to make sure. Okay, so then we're going to fold this in half, and I've printed it on both sides. And I think we're going to put them on so they open down. Yep. So we want 4.5 wide. No, 4 3/4 wide. Nope, 4.5. Isn't that amazing how easily I can forget something? 5 6. Fold it in half. I have 2 new rings. I have my turquoise ring, which I really like. And then I got my mood ring, and you can see what color it is, which is gray. And that's because my hands are so cold, it registers dead. Not good. Okay, let's double check. Okay. So now, what we're going to do to keep these shut is we're going to tie them shut. Okay, can we do that? Darn it. Because then when we go to make a pocket, they're going to catch on the strings. No, they're not. Okay. So what we want to do is at 3 inches, I guess it doesn't matter. which is half. No. 2 1/4 is half. And 2 1/4 Okay, now we want to put 2 strings. Or do we want to put 1 all the way around? That's a waste of string or thread. This is embroidery thread or floss. And we're going to put a piece at the top, a piece at the bottom, and then we're going to use that to tie these shut. And what I'm thinking is if we glue it and then we put a piece of tape over it, then we'll be able to slide things in and out without them getting caught on the thread. So let's glue this on. I was going to try to glue them on with pockets at the top, and then I realized that just wasn't going to work. They would just be too tiny. I make this as flat as possible, and we're going to put a piece of tape over it. We're going to put the tape this way. We're going to make it long enough to tie in the center. You know, I had some cereal this morning. I had Cheerios mixed with just granola, which if you've never had just granola is really good. And let's make another piece the same size. And it's just the granola part, like as if you were eating cereal with granola, almonds, raisins, etc. It's just that part. There's no flakes or or anything to distract you from all the good stuff. So then I mix that with Honey Nut Cheerios, which, by the way, I think Honey Nut Cheerios and raisins would be good. Just raisins, because it is so good. The raisins are so good when you take a bite. Anyway, however, it just shredded the roof of my mouth. I'd had a cup of coffee, and just that first drink or so, because I drop an ice cube in there, was still too hot. So I had already kind of burned the roof of my mouth a little bit. Not bad enough to really get that effect of being burned, but then that cereal really did a number on the roof of my mouth. Oops, tie my finger in there. And I'm going to put this on here. So I can slide it in and out. Okay. And then this will tie here. My hands are so cold, I hope I can tie these. And then I'm gonna, once I make sure the tying and everything is fine, I'm going to untie it so I can measure the thread. Yeah, that's going to be cute. Okay, so I can measure the thread for the other one so they don't look really different, the ties. Okay, so I'm going to need 2 more pieces the same size. which is actually a little long, but I'd rather have them a little long than a little short and have it be really difficult to tie. Okay. And we're going to repeat the process of measuring. Because I want them to line up. And I'm going to measure it to the same side so they line up. Okay, so we can tie this one up again. She says confidently with her ice cold hands. Okay, that way they'll look kind of like Christmas presents. Sort of, kind of. And we'll glue the threads on here. Anyway, that cereal is just out of this world good. I'm trying to throw away a piece of tape and it was stuck to my finger. Which I guess is the definition of tape. This piece is a little long, but may make it even more effective. You never know. This glue's getting really thick. Okay, I'm going to tie it shut. We're going to tie it shut. Trying to get the tie down. Oh, for goodness sakes. Doesn't have to be a pretty bow right now. It just needs to be a bow. Okay, so now we're going to make sure that the open side is up. Okay. That way it can flip down into a writing area. Then we're going to put this one on here. And then let's see how much room we have. Yeah, we got plenty of room top to bottom. Okay, so let's put this one here. And this one here. We'll put them on as a pocket with this side as the open side. This is going much better than I thought it would. Remember to keep the open side to this outside. Okay, once again, open side to the top. And my fingers on the side I don't want to glue. Need to thin this glue. If your Fabri-Tac gets too thick, just put a little bit of acetone in there. This is not a water-based glue. Put a couple little smears here so we can move this one around easier than we were able to move the other one around. Okay, so not only do we have to make this straight, but we have to line it up. Well, I don't know if they're crooked or straight, but I do know that we've got them on there. Okay, so now we need to make 2 cards for underneath, okay, with tabs, and then we'll put charms on. I'm going to make tags, I think, so they'll stick out a little further. With tabs. So that means I'm not going to put a hole in the top of the tag, and I'm just going to put a tab on it. So I'm going to decide how that'll look, and then I'm going to put lace on the top of both of these. Yes, that means I have to untie them. And if I have some small ephemera, then I'll put one here and one here. If not, I'll put a word here and a word here. Okay? Card, tab, charm. Lace, ephemera, or word. Alright, we just got the hard part, quote unquote, hard part done. Okay, so this is page 7. Now we're going to do page 8, which I didn't pick a paper out for. Need something bright. I'd rather have something that covers more of the page. This would be cute. I think I may go with that, because I really like that picture. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay, now all we're going to do is we're going to make crisscross acetate pockets so that when we remove the cards, you'll be able to see the picture because the pockets will be clear. This is our piece of acetate. It's already. Oh, no, it's not. I forgot these are smaller. Wait a minute. Let's cut that little teeny bit off. And the width is going to be 5.5, of course. So I'm going to cut the width first. And just put a paper clip on it so I can see it. Okay. And this should cover the page. Oh, I didn't cut the other cut. Okay. Was it too wide? Because they're not quite full size. So this should cover the sheet. Okay, so we're going to cut it in half diagonally. Which is not the easiest thing to do with acetate. So all you're going to do is line up your two corners on your blade. Just kind of finagle it back and forth until you've got both of them on there. So this one will fit this way. We'll flip this one over, put it on this way, and we'll have our two pockets and our fireplace. But when you thin this with acetone, you know, which is nail polish remover, but you should use pure acetone, which you can get 100% acetone. Just, it doesn't take very much at all. Where is my... There we go. Wow, that was kind of crazy to line up. I got a little smear of of glue there. Let's see if I can do this one better. Fortunately, I'm going to have to shave just a smidge off this because you can see the red line. Now in this case you do have to flip them over to keep track of what side you're gluing because of the direction that the triangle goes on your page. No wonder that slid along so easily. There was no glue coming on it. Okay. One of them sticks out just a little bit on the bottom. Now this one, we're not going to do anything else to it except for add 2 large cards, and we will put the ephemera on the cards and not on this page, because otherwise it would ruin the effect of having the clear pockets. Okay. You know, we can put lace along the outside on this side. I think we should. think, oh goodness. My laces are all mixed up. I have to rewind them. I think we're going to use the thinner one. Now that is going to make this pocket here narrower by the width of the glue at that top corner. Yeah, now I glue a straight line. Alright, so we're going to put it on, I think, so that the edge of the flower is right on the line of the edge of the page. Yeah, I think that looks better, much better. Okay, so then we can glue page 8 in to the book. And I think I have a little snowflake stamp, and I've never used it before, so I'll test stamp it. It's this small. And I think inside those ones that flip up, I think I might put a snowflake stamp on the inside of each one. That would be cute. Just so they're not blank. They're not big enough for the stencils that I have, but they are big enough that they kind of need something on the inside. Okay. And then once again, I'll make the cards off camera. When you're sliding it around, just make sure that you don't get your glue or your finger on your S tape. Wow, this one's crooked up here. Okay, so that one's in the book there. And I really do want to put the other stuff on this page. And we still have 20 minutes left. What do I want to do on page 12? don't know. Let me put you on hold for just a minute. Alright, I got all the stuff together for page 12, and so let's see how much of it we can get done. We're definitely going to carry over into the next video, but at least we'll get a head start. Okay, so we're going to cover the CD with this paper. I was just wondering if there was a corner I liked better than another, but no. But no. Okay. It's going to need to be trimmed just a smidge on the top, and I'm going to wait and do that until we get it covered. And we want it to go this way. Fortunately, we're not inking. Yay! So now we just have to cut the hole in the middle. I use a 3-inch die. 4 is actually the size of the opening or the area here, but I like having a little bit of wiggle room. Plus, let's see, let me mark this paper to make sure this part's right side up. Okay. Doesn't matter when I cut the hole. The hole's in the center and the hole's hole. But it will when I glue it, and I didn't notice it until I laid it down to cut the hole. I just moved the shims from under my glass mat. It's still moving. Don't know what I did. It's better, but anyway. Just means I have to be a little careful till I can get them figured out. My work surface is a table that folds in half, and so right in the middle where I film, in the middle, we can use this for a card, is where the fold is, where you fold. And so it makes it lumpy right there. And so that makes my glass mat all cattywampus, as my grandmother would say. And I keep my die in CD covers, well, some of them, the groups, or I keep them in the original plastic thing, which I hate those things. But let's see. All right, I want that to be right side up. I filled my glue, so hopefully that thinned it out a little bit. And it seems a lot better. Of course, being full is a lot better too. I usually only let it get down to about half, you know, like you do when you fill up a car with gas. If you fill it up all the way and then fill it up every time you get to half a tank, then you always have at least half a tank, instead of letting it get on empty and then filling it to half a tank. Then if there's an emergency, guess who's in trouble? You are. Okay. I'm going to have to take a look at this because remember, one part of it was a little too long, so I want to make sure it's all at one end. And then that gives us our words right side up. Okay, let's drink a pop. Thank you for indulging me. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but if you can, I apologize. It's my stomach. Okay, so then the next thing we're going to do is we are going to, let's see, I don't want to do that yet. What I want to do is I want to paper the inside of the CD. So we're going to cut it. It's going to go this way. So we're going to cut this side for a pocket. So now we have a pocket here. Then we're going to paper the inside of the CD. Now I didn't cut this. This is a scrap. I'm just going to cut it down to fit. Well, that's a pretty good deal. Or I won't cut it to fit. I'll just put it in there. Wow. Oh, that's why. Let's make sure it's not going past. Okay. That was too good to be true, wasn't it? I keep seeing my blue pen, my glitter pen over there. Keep trying to reach for it instead of my pencil. Now what happened? I just need to cut it a little bit shorter. Must have still been sticking through. Oh, this is a square, so it's not going to matter, is it? And it doesn't matter if it's a little short because you're not going to see it anyway. Because this is going to cover it up. You know, it's not like you're putting it here. Definitely don't want to do that. And you do want it to go right up to the edge because you can't really glue well, we'll glue this end. So what I'm doing is I'm gluing the back just on the one end. Because that's where we put the papers in and out. Then, you'd think I would learn about that phone by now. Then this end is open. Oh, it won't matter. It won't matter. Okay. Then, gosh, we might get done. Then we want to put a magnet here. Let's do it now. I realize it's written upside down, but I just jotted it on there. We're going to need one for the back of the paper, but we don't know exactly where yet, so. Hate it when the CDs flap around. Okay, so then we're going to take this paper and we're going to take the long end. Because we need double. So we're going to make a full-sized hinge. So we need double. You know, I'm wondering, what if I glue this down? Fold it where it needs to be folded. Because it's the same on both sides. It doesn't matter. And then trim it. Or I could just cut it double the width. I could. I could go through all that other, or I could just do it this way. If I'd have thought about it, I would have sprayed this paper. Make it sparkly. Perfect. And this is going to go this way. And the height. These CD covers from Amazon, these real inexpensive ones, are not exactly square. So you have to kind of measure. You can't just go, okay, 5 by 5, because they're not. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to take this CD cover. We're going to glue it on here like this. Oh, I forgot to take into account the flap. So I'm going to have to trim that just a little bit. And the reason we're going to do that is because I want the CD cover over farther, and let's see if I have to do that. Yeah, because I want a charm. So I want this CD over here. And I don't want to just glue the flap on and put washi over it, because that makes me crazy. Don't ask me why. Perfect. We'll glue this to here, move everything around, and then do any little bit of trimming that we need to do. Didn't really need that much glue. But before I was complaining about it not coming out, so I'm not going to complain now about it shooting out like a water fountain. Okay. So now all we have to do, see, now we have this area here. Once we glue this part down, well, it looks like I am going to have to put some trim on there. Oh, I know. This is the right height. So I'll just cut off a piece of this. Okay. You know, let me think about this for a second. If I put, oh, I am so doing this. If I put this on here, we would have a little booklet now, wouldn't we? Oh, yeah. My evil laugh. So then I don't need this, but it would be kind of fun. Okay, so let's double check this. Oh, how fun. How fun, how fun. We just made it. Why did I flip it over? Oh, because I like that side better. This one I definitely want to be able to slide around. My friend said she tried to glue an Edith Holden piece of paper down to another piece of paper, and that doing it this way did not work because her paper was loose in the center. Now, I don't know how she did it so that it didn't work. Something must have been wrong. But don't tell her that. One of the two papers had to be kind of not flat. Oh, I love it. I love it. See what happens? Sometimes you just look at something and you're like, that would be fun. We are going to cover the bells, but sometimes you have to sacrifice. So we're going to glue this onto here. Just above here, we're going to have the bottom of this right on the top of that, square around the drop cap. Yeah. Now, I was going to cut this a smidge shorter because I wanted to... No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to glue it as an uptuck. Okay. We're going to get all fancy. Okay, so I'm not going to glue this side. We're going to glue all the other sides. I can't believe I looked at that and went, notebook! Can't believe that worked out. The reason I went ahead and went over an hour is because there wasn't that much left to do. And so now we have to do is make the cards. There's going to be a card for here because there's an uptuck, right? Then there's the CD card. It's going to go in here. And that's going to have a tab with a charm on it. Then we've got our notebook. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. And we'll do a little bit of stenciling or whatever. But that's going to be it for this video. And I'm going to go ahead and embellish this. Make the card. The two cards. In fact, I could use this card. No, I don't think so. Anyway, I love this paper. So I'll go ahead and finish this, is what I was going to say. And I will finish page 7 that we did as well. I'll do the embellishment and the lace, do the embellishment and the lace on here. And then that way we can start fresh with the second signature in the next video. Okay? Alright, well that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next video. That will be just a second for you and a day for me. Okay, bye-bye.